Hello, welcome. Good to see you. All
Well,
right, oh. How we doing today, Kim?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Rachel?
Well, we're talking on my favorite topic today, so I can't help it. I get really excited and over exuberant because we're at the heart.
Mm,
I mean, it is my very favorite of all of the chakras. Not that one chakra is better than the other, but I love the heart.
absolutely.
And I see you're dressed appropriately today. You've got your green on. So, green is the true color of the heart chakra.
Mhm.
I thought I would show something silly today. Well, because I am a kind of a silly person. But this is a beautiful gift that was made for me by a very young friend of mine, Nima, in New Orleans. Her mother owns a beautiful crystal store. Earth Odyssey in New Orleans in the French Quarter has fantastic gemstones. All right, there's my plug for you, Joy. Joy's
Mhm.
daughter made this beautiful chakra set for me. And I thought, oh, how groovy. I'll bring it out today because we're talking about chakras. This is our chakra series, and we're at the heart chakra. So, what she did is she took a beautiful piece of selenite. Now, if you've ever listened to me before or heard any of my other podcasts or recordings or been to my classes, you know that I am a huge fan of selenite. In fact, back there, that giant heart is a big old piece of selenite next to the blue bowl there.
Mhm. What does selenite do?
Selenite is ideal to put near your computer, near your modem. It takes away the nasty edge of 5G. It also prevents trolls from energetically putting implants to you through your devices. In fact, this afternoon, I'm going to buy some smaller pieces of selenite, and I was just told to glue it straight to the back of my phone because I've been getting pins and needles and weird vibrations through my smartphone lately. And the guide's like, well, you put the selenite on your computer and on your modem. You should put it on your phone too. So that's a project for myself later today, and I recommend you doing that too. So on this beautiful piece of selenite, which again, selenite is a clearing stone. It not only clears the energy around you, so like that big piece of selenite, I could put any rock in there, or if I got something from, say, a Goodwill that I felt that it was kind of a dirty energy, or maybe the last owners, I had to get their energy residue off of it. I would stick it by a piece of selenite and I would let the selenite itself clear the piece and find its own balance. Selenite is awesome at doing that. And actually, we'll meet Archimedes, one of my big pieces of selenite. Such a fan.
How
It
do you
does.
spell selenite?
How do you spell selenite?
Yeah, I got it.
Selenite.
It's SEO. Okay, thank you.
I think so.
Looking for some of
Um,
that.
I flunked spelling in fourth grade, so it might not be,
Okay,
but I
so
think
we'll
it's close.
figure it out. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. So selenite is just an awesome, great mineral to have around. So when we look at this beautiful chakra stones, we start here at our first chakra. And here we have a beautiful piece of, oh, I think she put, that looks like, it's, I'm sorry, garnet. I couldn't say the word garnet. It's actually red.
Mm.
Um, Maybe in the light you could see it a little better. It's showing up black on the computer, but this is a deep garnet stone. So she started with the red for the first chakra. The second chakra, we have a piece of carnelian here. Orange, second chakra. The third chakra here, we got citrine. Remember we were talking about that yellow sun? For the fourth chakra, now we're getting really fun. Here we have green adventuring. So, the traditional color of the fourth chakra is green. And here is our blue lapis for our communication. Here is a piece of beautiful amethyst for our third eye, and then clear quartz for our crown. But let's talk about this green adventuring here. Our fourth chakra, our heart, has expanded. So it's no longer just green. It's actually green and rose colored.
Mhm.
But because we don't quite understand the color rose, we say pink. So, rose quartz is an ideal heart chakra. Actually, even more ideal than rose quartz is watermelon tourmaline, which,
Mm.
as some of you know, I'm moving, so I don't have my beautiful piece of watermelon tourmaline to show you. But watermelon tourmaline is green on the outside and pink in the middle, just like watermelon. Another awesome stone that carries both pink and green. This is what we call a ruby of fluorite. Did I say that right? Yeah. So
Mhm.
the ruby is all that pink stone in there, and then we have fluorite that around it holding it. Again, see how there's pink and green together? So we've got heart and soul. Okay, I just made that up, but the whole idea is that the color vibration for the gemstones, if you like your crystals, rose quartz, green watermelon tourmaline, green adventuring, anything with green and pink. Pink morganite. Ooh, pink
Mhm.
morganite's another one that makes my heart go boom, boom, boom. Now, this particular piece of uh, banded, so you can see how it's banded there, rose quartz. It's got a little bit of a white band in there. This particular stone is what we call a seer stone. This rose quartz my uncle found in the Black Hills. He was going to look for gold, but he found rose quartz instead. If you can see, the reason why it's called a seer stone is there are flashes of rainbows inside of it. And when I hold it and ask a question, it hits me in my heart and I get an answer immediately. So it's an awesome quartz, just a great rock. I love the fact that it's still a little dirty, so I get a little bit of that dirt from the Black Hills. Again, that it means a lot to me. Rose quartz is one of the few quartz that doesn't grow in a traditional, quartz-like shape where we have the terminated edges.
Mm.
It does come more chunky. It does have some teeny tiny rose quartz, and then some of them are also cut, but it usually comes in big chunks like that. So now we understand what the color and the vibration is of your heart chakra. Okay. This is an easy one for us to feel. Can you feel your heart chakra? If you take your finger under your arm and bring it directly across to the middle of your chest, that's your heart chakra. This
Yeah.
exact location right here. So, so when you can feel that like spiral out here,
Mhm.
this exact location on your breastplate, yeah, where your lungs are, rib cage on your
Mhm.
breastplate here. This is where they're finding brainstem cells. What?
Mm.
Wait a minute. Is this going with the Egyptians said that your heart is your brain?
Mm.
Is this what I say when let love rule is to think with your heart?
Yes. Mhm.
And science is proving that we have brain stems in here that think. Okay. So I get excited about the heart chakra. It's true. So the Egyptians already knew this is how we were supposed to think, was through our heart. They called it our brain. Science is now catching up and finding that we have brain stems here. So when we talk about the heart chakra, we don't necessarily mean the physical heart over here. I mean, it is the heart, but we are more here. And as far as like any symbols and shapes, of course, you can look into wonderful esoteric Buddhism and to the Hindu, what the proper shape of it is and the signs. But I do have to be honest, the heart shape that we all are used to seeing, that's very modern. That's very of the now. I think that shape itself is only like 120 years old. It's not a symbol that you're going to find in mystic schools, except for in certain schools of Sahakam, and that's when you bring it into the modern age. So that was just my little 2 cents of that. The heart shape is it's great and it has a lot of feeling for it, but it's not necessarily an ancient symbol of the heart. It's just a modern symbol that we have now. So when we talk about our heart, remember how I always say, well, not always, but as we are doing this, that when we look at our chakras, the front is what we give out, and the back is how we receive in the love, right? And these are the areas that we want to keep clear and make sure that we're balanced. Well, as we receive here in our back, this back of your heart, there's a new chakra. This new chakra is called the diamond heart. It is a diamond energy in the back of your heart. And when you step into this diamond energy space in the back, you are connected into all the guides of the universe. It's really cool. We'll do it on our meditation next time. But it is a space that all the ascended masters, all of the support, all the help that you get. There's a picture I saw at Lilydale once where they showed like millions of people standing behind you. And those are all your ancestors and guides and relatives and family and friends that have always supported you throughout all time and space. And so we have all this support and help back here that's pushing us forward. How do we ask for the help? Well, we step into our heart. We step into the back of the heart. We go into that diamond door and we see that beautiful, it looks like a honeycomb to me, sacred geometry. I always try to make it where it feels a little bit more earth-like. So it looks like you're in a giant honeycomb. And inside each one of those like little hexagon things is an ascended master, is a guide, is somebody that's going to be able to help you. So you can step into your heart and ask any question that you need an answer for immediately, and you will get an instant response. This is not something that you go in there to make lists and think about, oh, what's better? What's this? What is your advice? How do you feel about this? No. This is when you're in a situation and you have to make a split-second decision, whether you have to sign a contract or somebody's trying to make a deal with you, or you're trying to feel discernment if this is right or wrong. You just take a deep breath. Hey, just give me a second. Step into your heart. Find that diamond cave, that diamond shape. Step into that bright light. And then ask all the guides and ascended masters. You, of course, can do this in your head, or you can go outside and ask a tree to help you with it. You know, trees, they're good like this. Or you can hold one of your rocks and crystals because it's also going to help you do it. And so when you step into that space, you say, could I please speak to an ascended master or someone for my highest good to help me answer the question of state your question and say that I need an answer for who can help me in the most relevant time. You do have to kind of say relevant time. That's only because you don't really want advice from somebody on, say, a contract that was born in, I don't know, 1650. That's kind of my problem with a lot of the politics, because again, they're basing their politics on words that somebody wrote 120 years ago.
Or way more than that. Mm.
Some of it even older than that. It's like, okay, it was valid 120 years ago, but it's not valid now. So it's the same thing. If you're asking about something that's technical, if you're asking about something that has to do with modern day, you best get yourself a modern day guide. And so ask, please bring me somebody who is relevant and who can understand this. You know, there are some fantastic lawyers, unfortunately, that are in heaven right now and not on this earth helping us, but they can still help us while they're in heaven. We just have to ask for their help. So you can ask anybody for help. I'll be very honest. When I struggle and need to understand love better, you know who I've been asking? Bob Marley.
Yes, I.
I love Bob Marley. Just gives me those right answers that I'm looking for of how to be compassionate, how to live a life of love, and just be. Ah, his answers are so simple and sweet. It just makes me feel good all over. But I have also gone in there and I've asked questions on contracts before I sign things, and they'll tell me questions to ask. I don't even understand the question, and I'll ask the question, and I get a response that all of a sudden things come together. All right. So this is in the back of your heart. Unlimited knowledge and wisdom. Did I mention everybody has this capability? It's not just me. Next week or next episode, watch because we're going to do a full heart meditation where we're going to feel these energies. All right. So that's the back of the heart. The center of the heart is what we know. That's what we've been taught through Hindu practices or yoga when we understand our energy discs and centers, this heart space of love. It was once described as, I describe it as a rose, but it's also described as a lotus flower, right? And so it's that blooming flower. And I don't know the total life cycle of a lotus, but I do know of a rose that when it starts as a bud and then it blooms, that you have to deadhead it or cut off the dead roses for more to grow. Did I just say you have to cut off the dead? Yes, we have to let go of the past. Things happen, we expand, we learn, we understand it, and then it's time for us to continue to move forward. And so we always have to make sure that we prune our roses. We have to make sure that we prune our own heart space, right? So if you think about it, the rose flowers are here. And the rose is green leaves, green heart with that rose-colored pink. Is that our heart chakra or what, right? And so it expands out, and you can have this big rose bush, or maybe you have a rose tree like Alice in Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts. We're painting the roses red. Okay, well, I'm getting silly now, but so we have our big heart space here, right? Well, then doesn't it make sense that the roots coming out of our back would feed us the knowledge of the universe? That in the back of our chakra, back here, the roots for this love is being fed by the entire universe? that we have unlimited knowledge, unlimited potential. All we have to do is go back there and ask. So here, roots, here, the rose of love. And so our front chakra that we have right up here, so we've got our one inside that we were talking about. Now this front chakra is part of the new cosmic chakras. This new energy that we have here is that true pink morganite. It is that true rose quartz. It is like cotton candy, yummy, unlimited giggles and flowers and fairies and energy and energy. That's one of the missing ingredients when people are trying to explain spirituality, is that they misunderstand power and energy as conscious light. The energy is love. The power is love. The transformation, the alchemy is love. Love is all that exists outside of this plane. You cannot purchase love. You cannot destroy love. It is unlimited, unconditional. Actually, I should be calling it divine love, because we have a misconception of what love is anyway. Human love is that love that we, I don't know, do wars over.
Well,
Human love. Go ahead.
Human love comes with attachment. That's the difference.
Excellent. Excellent. It comes with conditions. Well, if you loved me, you would do this. I once met a healer who actually told somebody that why they were getting beaten by the person that loved them, to just continue to say, I love you, and to accept that physical beating. That is not love or compassion. That is called Stockholm Syndrome. Love would never beat you to begin with. Never. Love is not violent. Love does not have jealousy, anger, fear, anxiety. Love is the energy in this space as we speak here and now. Love is the fabric that creates the gravity that holds us here. Consciousness and wisdom, integrity, that is sacred geometry. That is the, well, it used to be called the divine masculine. When we say divine masculine and divine feminine, we're judging. And that's why when we look outside of this earth, we do not talk about feminine or masculine, because it doesn't exist. Everything's non-binary. Everything's one. It's true. So if we call it maybe divine temples, okay, structure, right? And then the divine consciousness is all of that wisdom from all of those ascended masters, all of the people that have lived in the past, that have created this present moment for you and I to live in this now time and space. As much as the fact that this is the only thing that exists as you listen to my voice right now, and the past does not exist, we have records of it. We have photographs and videos, and we have Akashic records that are kept on a higher level. So something created us to get to this point here and now, and we can go back and see that. But we cannot control that past, nor can we change it. We can elevate it to help us elevate in this moment. But all of that collective wisdom is given to each and every one of us so that we can live as the co-creator that we are in this now moment in creating our society how we want to be. Okay, that was really deep and heavy. I know I lost a few of you there, but that's okay. I just want you to think about that for a second. All of the drama, because we did just talk about a couple episodes ago about being an empath, all of this fear and anxiety that we're absorbing and that weighs on us isn't even ours. If we stay present in our heart, if we live forward in that ooey gooey pink cotton candy of joy and love energy, it is unlimited. It doesn't run out. Ever. Ever. You don't get worn out. It just keeps flowing. And when you need to know something and you want love to rule you, you go into your heart and you ask your guides and your ascended masters, how do I do this? How can I do this? So, do I feel all of your answers lie within your heart? I do. Do I feel that this is one area that all the chakras are important. You need them all to balance and build. But if I could only have one, I'm going to take my heart. Because that is where my God spark is. That's where my connection to the universe is. This is this new spiral of love. We were taught in esoteric Buddhism, we were taught in Reiki that the main symbol tells us that God is above us and God comes down to us. I got a new idea. I believe God is within us. God is within every object. And it comes out of us. It is not something that can be blocked by satellites or planes or 5G or a vaccine. It is something that resides already in our system. And that the love of God, the love of Source, the love of our Creator, whoever you call it, is within your heart. And it comes out. So when we want to heal, so when we want to send love to others and we send our prayers, send it through your heart. This is one of the traditional ways to pray, is to put your hands here. I find myself sleeping this way at night. It is because we are crossing our heart and we're using that heart energy to send it out. In Reiki, they also teach us to plug into your heart chakra. And there's a form that you pray with your shoulders flat and your arms straight. Again, it's plugging into that energy of the heart. This is the unlimited love and potential that every being carries. All right, I got too talkative there. What are you thinking, Kim?
Oh no, it wasn't too talkative for me. Actually, it is important. It's important to know how to pray and how to ask for things, And so when I was growing up, I was taught think with your head, not with your heart.
Yes, that sounds like my dad.
Well, and then the person who taught me that later on discovered that it was the other way around. Think with your heart, approach things through your heart. So Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and it is a beneficial way to go through life because the heart is endless. You know, love is endless, and as you said, it's abundant. It's infinite. You know, so it's like the idea of the candle. You know, if you light someone else's candle, it doesn't dim your light at all. It just adds more light. So be free with it. Give it. No matter how much we give of it, we'll never run out. Never. So thank you. This is
Never.
a really good lesson. I really
Yeah.
like this a lot.
And so, if you enjoyed this talk, then make sure you watch the next episode. Um, However it comes out, if you're watching this live or not, because we are going to do a very deep heart meditation that will probably take most of the 30 minutes of our discussion, because I really want us to experience not just the traditional heart chakra the way that we know it, but these two new energies, the diamond in the back of your heart, this diamond energy,
Mm.
and then this front um, gemstone. I Until I can fully define them, but it's these gemstone energies that are a third set of chakras within our physical being. Well, these aren't in our physical being; they are what we strive to walk forward to into our future. But they do amplify uh, what it is that we want to manifest and desire. So, pretty groovy stuff. Well,
Mm.
sure appreciative that you came and hung out with us for a while. Again, my name is Rachel Otto. You can always book a private session with me online anytime at rachellife.com. And my partner in crime here.
Kim Mello. Hi everyone. Thanks for
Uh,
joining. I'm just here for her to bounce stuff off of and see my reaction. But I learn along with all of you every single lesson.
hey,
Thank
we're all in a constant state of learning. So
I love
appreciative that you came. And
Mhm.
check us out. See how the bathroom mystic will be back again eventually. But next week, 1 30-minute full meditation of the heart.
Awesome.
Ciao.
Bye.